DARPA's self-hacking hack team causes a lot of mayhem at DEF CON. Apple introduces a bug bounty program and an update. And we play Yo or No, our inaugural game with Georgia Dow and Owen JJ Stone. All that coming up on Tech News Today.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for Tech News Today is provided by CacheFly at CacheFly.com.
This is Tech News Today, episode 1571, recorded Friday, August 5th, 2016. This episode of Tech News Today is brought to you by Tracker, a coin-sized tracking device that pairs with your smartphone and keeps you from losing your most valued possessions. Visit thetracker.com right now and enter promo code TNT for 30% off your entire order. And by Trunk Club, get clothes that fit and look amazing without ever stepping into a store again. Trunk Club will help you create the wardrobe you've always dreamed of with your own personal stylist. Go to trunkclub.com/TNT and join Trunk Club today. Hello and welcome to Tech News Today. This is the show where we talk about everything that happened in technology today with people who are passionate about technology. I'm Megan Maroney. Jason Howell is out today, but joining us is Georgia Dow from iMore and Owen JJ Stone from the podcast DocTales and from IQMZ. Welcome to you both.
Hello.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming. I couldn't do it without you.
Well, you could.
That's a lie.
But it wouldn't
That's
be,
a lie.
It wouldn't be twice as much fun. You could do it. You're a professional.
Look, I don't want to do it without you.
I believe
like
that.
That's
I
true.
believe that.
We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about the tech news. And then they have agreed to play a tech news game with me. Jason's out.
Would you like to play a game?
I know. I'm going to try some fancy stuff, see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't go whoop. But you guys are here with me, so whatever happens, we're in this together, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, let's start. Earlier this week, we talked about DARPA's self-hacking hackathon at DEF CON this week. Computer World reports that an autonomous system called Mayhem was declared the preliminary winner of the historic Cyber Grand Challenge. The team will go on to compete against human hackers in DEF CON's annual Capture the Flag competition. This is the first time a computer has participated in this competition. Georgia, what do you think about a computer that can hack itself?
Yeah, this isn't scary at all. It's called Mayhem. It can find its own flaws and then heal itself. This is not going to end poorly for us, right? Stephen Hawking, the smartest man on the planet, says that AI is going to be one of the scariest things and can lead to our demise, but this is a good thing.
What do you think, Owen?
I haven't seen one movie where artificial intelligence has made the human race better. I haven't seen one single movie that's done it. Not one. So you can Skynet all you want to, but this is how it starts. You give something the ability to fix itself, work with itself, talk to itself. It's probably taking over the globe right now, and we don't even know it. We're sitting here playing Capture the Flag, and it's hacking into NASA and stuff like that on the weekends. I don't trust it. I don't like it.
You two naysayers. I'm going to take the opposite view. I think it's nice that a software could fix flawed code, and could find the. I mean, people are working so fast that getting artificial intelligence to really find the flaws in software, I think, is necessary. And I think Mayhem was built by people. It was built by people. So
right, and we never do things that would risk our own lives.
Guns are built by people. Look, okay. It's bad news. You're saying it's helping us find bugs. That's what people are for. We hack things, we find it. And guess what? If a person can't find it to find the bug or the hack, then we don't need to know about it. It's not hurting anybody. But this machine is going to be doing whatever it wants to do. And in 40 years, when we're sitting in like a container on a ship and being sent to Australia while they take over the globe, I'm going to remind you of this day, August 5th, 2016.
Today is the day.
The day it all went down.
It's going to play nice with us until we try to shut it down. And it may not like that anymore.
Zuckerberg's got drones flying in the sky for 90 days straight off the power of the sun. Like, come on, it's over. It's over. It's all downhill.
So should we just give up now then?
I would surrender if I were you, or we black out. Like, see, you got me going into the Matrix. Now we got to black out the sun, stop the solar power. Then they're going to take. See, we've seen this movie.
I just know to be on the side of our robot overlords.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Let's be on their side.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on to some other security news. Apple has announced an invitation-only security bug bounty to reward researchers. That's real researchers, not robot researchers, people who find flaws in their code. Apple has had a historically uneasy relationship with security researchers and is now one of the last to offer a bounty. While hackers are welcoming the new program, many are also asking, what took you so long? So either of you have any ideas why Apple was the last to this bug bounty game?
Well, one of the first things is that, Apple didn't want to get into a bidding war with government agencies on code, and they didn't want to start that. And they also figured that a lot of people that hack their software may be doing it for nefarious reasons, and so they didn't want to reward them. And so Apple decided to try to do as much as they could in-house. The problem is that they found most of the, small, easy fixes, and they've realized that this is just too big for them, and so they need to outsource this. But the bounties are still pretty small in comparison. I think that they paid $1 million reportedly for the hacking bug for the iPhone 5. If they're offering up to $200,000. And so I wonder, if you're going to be paying for it, that's a huge difference. 5 times the amount. I would probably go with whoever would pay $1 million because, it's a lot of your time that you're choosing to find a vulnerability. One that gives a big payout is probably the one that they're still going to get.
What do you think, Owen?
I would still say that Apple, like in all things, Apple are, as much as Apple is ahead of the game in things, they're behind the curve on a lot of things. And then they pretend that they're ahead at the end of the day. But it's really interesting that even though they're doing this, it's still walled off and sectioned off and they're in control of it and have it in such a finite state. So really, are they doing anything? Yeah, they are. But they're also hindering the chance of people finding out what's going on. You can still hack something or find out a bug from the outside and bring it to them, but they're starting off with this 12-person, Apple's so weird how much control they take over everything. Like, they're not like, hey, just find the problems, let's fix them. Like, all right, you 12 find the problems, everybody else stop trying. Just leave them alone. We're going to work with these guys and see what they can do first. It's really weird the way Apple is such control freaks.
I was actually asking Renee exactly those reasons as why they would not just open it to everyone, more bugs, finding better for everyone. I don't know why they would only have a secure amount of people that they trust and that deal with it. Unfortunately, sometimes the people that are going to find the bugs are not going to be the most trusted people that have already reinforced. If you're going to give someone money, they may choose to go with that, but by making it so, I guess they're testing out the waters and hopefully they'll open it up to anyone and to everyone, and then hopefully they'll also give people a greater payout. They did say, though, that they would double up the amount of money if you would give your money to charity. Why would you do that? It's
again, like I said, control freaks about everything. Are they using their tax evasion for charity?
They're doing it. Yes, they're doing it because
are they storing all their money offshore so they can give to charity? Like,
well, I don't know if they're doing it. I don't know if they're doing it for the offshore. They're definitely doing it because they need to have a ton of money on tax write-offs, so it benefits them, right? So it's almost like they're getting back the money that they would give you. And we were talking about a little bit of public shaming because they'll be like, "Do you want to give that to charity?" And everyone would be like, "Oh, I feel like a horrible person. Just take the money. Take the money."
But that's what I'm saying. But that's a person's job, though. They're doing work for you.
Yes.
And they're spending a significant amount of time doing it. No, I don't want to give it to charity. And you should double my pay anyway because it's hard work. And you're Apple. You're out here building space saucers in the middle of the woods and you're trying to snake me on some money? No.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's like if Leo would be like, "Oh, yeah, do you want to give all of your salary to charity? Would you like to do that?" And I would have to publicly say yes or no, which is what I would say, sadly. Yeah, exactly.
Yes or no. 50-50.
I mean, give me all the money and I'll decide if I want to give it to charity so I get the tax write-off.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, Google paid more than $2 million for vulnerabilities just last year. And the bounty is up to $200,000 that they're offering.
Which is peanuts. Mm-hmm. And most of them, it all depends on what, right? Some of them are $25,000 for small vulnerabilities. It's not like Apple does not have the funds to be able to pay out properly to make sure that we are all secure.
Well, speaking of more Apple security news, it's time to update iOS again, just 2 weeks after the last update. Late yesterday, the company released iOS 9.3.4 to patch the Pangu iOS 9.3.3 jailbreak exploit. The update is available to download now for the iPhone 4S and later, as well as the iPad 2 and later. Now, Georgia, I know you're running some of the betas on your devices. Owen, are you running any of the iOS 10 betas on your devices?
No, I'm not.
But you're not, Georgia, you're not running them on your main, like your daily driver phone, are you?
No, I don't do it. I do it on the other iPads so that my kids can use Swift Playgrounds and other things. And so for that, we always make sure that we're dealing with the updates. But I let Renee end up, he's the test case for me, so he can try it out. And then, like, I've only done it 1 or 2 times that there's something I really, really want. And I'll test it out on my phone. But then I found that it's buggy. I need to make sure that my clients can reach me. So I try to keep it nice and stable. How about you, Megan?
Upon your advice, I downloaded it onto one of my iPads so my kids could play the Swift Playgrounds. Have you done that? You haven't done that yet, Owen? I think your daughter would like it.
I'm sure she will, and when the time is right, she will like it. I had a tablet brick on me before after one of their updates. I don't even update anything for at least 2 weeks. So how they had to have this 2-week update, I'll update to this one. I never update right away ever anymore with Apple ever since my device got bricked. And when you're sitting there in that line and they try to tell me all the things I did wrong with my tablet, and I'm like, you're talking to the wrong person. I'm not a lay user. I know what I'm doing. I didn't dunk it in a pool or try to hack it or anything. I updated it and now it doesn't work. So sorry, Apple. Patience is a virtue as far as that's concerned for me.
Well, I mean, have they had many bricks lately? I mean, that seems like...
It only takes one. I've never been in a car accident. I'm sure when I get in one, it's not going to be pleasant. I'm not looking forward to another one. So, no, it doesn't happen all the time. Doesn't happen to everybody. But it happened to me. Sour taste in my mouth. Don't trust it. Well,
Georgia, she's a psychotherapist, and she can help you with your post-traumatic stress syndrome based on your bricking device.
That's true. We can talk about that after the show, Owen.
I'm fully technically, I'm beyond the craziness of your capability. No doubt in your skill level. That's a testament to my insanity on when I say no to something, it's no forever.
Okay.
Forever.
Well, that we might need to work on that.
No means no. Got it.
I got a new system. It works. No more brick phones or tablets ever.
Well, a few months ago, we learned that Facebook had experienced a 21% decline in posts per user. So now they are doing everything they can to step up the oversharing once again. To that end, TechCrunch says Facebook is now testing those Snapchat-like MSQRD selfie filters and experimenting with automatically opening and turning on your front-facing camera when you open the Facebook app. The test begins today only in Canada and Brazil with Olympic-style face paint filters. Now, if you're a regular Snapchat user, you're probably already used to opening an app and seeing your face reflected back to you in your camera. But if you're not, it could be disconcerting. If you don't want Facebook to automatically turn on your camera, you can say no when it asks you to give it access, but then you won't get the fancy filters. Georgia, you are in Canada. Have you gotten this yet today?
No, I don't. I actually just got Snapchat for exactly this, for Snapchat's lenses. And every day, I don't have anyone on Snapchat. I'm not messaging anyone, but I just like the filters. And then I take like little screenshots of the filters. It's so sad, but fun, and I can't stop doing it. So I can understand how Facebook would say this would be a great idea. I think that I have a real problem with the amount of convergence of evolutionary design that we're seeing. Every application is becoming like the other one. And so if I went on Facebook, I would go on Facebook to talk to family members. I wouldn't be doing it to get to filters. And I really would be concerned if suddenly Facebook is opening up my camera without me first asking, and suddenly I see my face in the morning, no makeup. It's frightening. No one needs to see that. So I think that it wouldn't really interest me to do. I think that there will be people that will be interested, but I think that a lot of people that use Facebook because they want to see family and friends, not because they want to have the cool filters. You want that? Go to Snapchat. You don't need to have anyone. 0 friends. That's it. Just use the filters, take the pictures. It's fun. Leave it.
I always forget that there's anyone that I know that doesn't use Facebook, but yes, you are one of them.
I am the only one.
Yeah. What about you? I know you use Facebook, Owen.
Do you see what I'm talking about with those with those Snapchat stats and people using Snapchat? Oh, she opens it every day and she's an active user because she takes selfies of herself and sends them to herself on Snapchat. She's not snapping anybody. She's not making a story. She opens it every day to look at herself with bees on her head, and that's what people use Snapchat for.
I don't even.
Oh, there we go. That's good.
I don't do anything but just do that. Right. It's horrible. It's really, really, really sad. That's all I do each day. I don't
You're
even
just
I don't even send it to myself. I screenshot it. It's so sad.
You're helping my point. First of all, after this, I'll teach you how to just save that picture so you don't have the little icons on the bottom.
Yeah, but
They
I
could
haven't
just
read their
your face.
privacy. I haven't
No.
read Snapchat's privacy statements yet. I don't know if I save it. Do they get it first and then I get it after? Because then I'm not so cool
it's
with them having a
Snapchat.
million.
It
pictures of me with
disappears.
butterflies
It disappears in a day or 30 seconds anyway. It's Snapchat.
from
So
their
anyway,
servers as well. I'll read it up.
we have. Look, don't talk to me about ethics. We're on the internet. Let me finish answering this question. Secondly, sure, people are going to do this because Snapchat and Insta Snaps and Face Snap and Facegram. Yes, everybody. Look, people are tired of having oh man, I got to wake up at Instagram. Then I got a Snapchat. Then I got a Facebook. Then I got a Facebook personal page. Then I got a tweet on the Tumblr of the section when I Snapchatted the first story. So this on Facebook sounds cool to me. I'm just waiting for it to get on my Insta Snaps so all these half fake models I follow can start complaining that there's no filters to make them look pretty on Insta Snap. Because then they'd be happier if they could make the angels and birds fly around their head. So
I want to see. I want to
Facebook.
see you, Owen, with some of the Snapchat filters.
Oh, you can see
I
me and
know.
Leah. I got the little
Butterflies?
reef. I got the purple flowers. Me and Leah be getting it. Like I said, we save the pictures. I stalk people on Snapchat. I don't use it personally, but we take the pictures all the time. We be fake snapping.
See, Megan, we're two fake snappers.
Yeah.
What about you?
I use it to communicate with my 13-year-old daughter, and that's pretty much it. And yeah, and like I use it as you do to check out the filters.
She lets you talk to her on Snapchat?
She still occasionally lets me talk to her on Snapchat. Yes.
So would you be interested in Facebook with their filters now? Would that make you stop using Snapchat and you want to use Facebook and you'll be like,
It's going to make it more ubiquitous, okay? So some people that use Snapchat, case in point, I was at one of Leah's school concerts where they're singing the song. There were a lot of people that were doing Snapchat stories and then saving them so they could have them in their role where they wouldn't even post them. They were just so used to using Snapchat that instead of opening up their camera and rolling a video, they're taking pictures in Snapchat and then saving them. I'm sitting right behind a woman. I'm like, why aren't you just using the Never mind. It's cool. Like you do, like she's like people are programmed to do certain things. So if you're used to seeing filters on things, why not have a filter on Facebook? Same reason Facebook put stickers and now you can write on the pictures when you post them and all that kind of stuff. And maybe you don't use it and maybe you do, but anything that helps. And stealing is alive and well right now at Facebook. Facebook's like, you wouldn't let us buy you? That's fine. We're just going to buy up companies that are like you and then implement their features and whatever.
Right.
That's like basically it.
Yeah, it's, I mean, that's what they did with Twitter, right? Like Facebook didn't used to have a status update. They got that from Twitter. That was the thing. Oh, yeah, like people want to do that. We'll do it on Facebook. It becomes like a format more. I mean, my daughter was gone for 2 weeks, and when she showed me her pictures, they were all in the Snapchat memories. Like that's what it was. It was like, here's all these pictures that I took in Snapchat, and I can now show you on my phone. She doesn't use her camera either. And if you want to know the 13-year-old girl view, they are angry at Instagram for stealing from Snapchat. They are Team Snapchat. It's a whole like Twilight, Team Edward, Team whoever else. It's Instagram versus Snapchat, and they're Team Snapchat.
The youth is like under 15, fully on board with that cats versus dog thing. Everybody else, when I first watched it, everyone's like, oh man, Instagram stealing. This is Insta Snap. Follow me on Snapchat. And then 48 hours later, they're like, whoa. My engagement on Instagram is like 9 times with Snapchat. Okay, I think this might be okay. This might be okay. Like a lot of people were just noticing how much more interaction because their Instagram number count is so much higher. And it's new, obviously, but their engagement was so much higher on InstaSnap than Snapchat.
Well, it's also a push versus pull, right? Like Instagram, you just had your feed, and if someone decided on Instagram they were going to post 9 pictures, you had to scroll through those 9 pictures. But now with the story, it's pull. I have to, if I want to look at your story, I have to click at it. It's not coming at me. So I think that's what Snapchat does really well, and that people, that Instagram is learning. Like sometimes, the Snapchat stories and the Instagram stories, they're the boring parts of our lives. They're the, like, let's take a picture of me shopping. Let's, take a picture of me at work. They're the boring parts. And I don't want to see the boring parts of people's lives. But, maybe if it's Daisy Ridley, like from Star Wars, I do want to see the boring parts of her lives. So I'll look at her story. But, if it were either of you, I would watch your story, of course.
Of course you would. I fully expect
love it.
that.
I love it when you lie to me. It's greatly appreciated.
I think that there's just so many different sets of social media. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted with the little that I use, Twitter, and now I look on Snapchat. I have an Instagram. I don't use the Instagram either. It's too much. So I guess, when I take your point that people will be happy to have everything in one spot so that they don't have to go everywhere. But in the end, you really want to reach me, I am. It's just...
I'm Insta Story Snapchatting while I'm doing a show on technology about Insta Story Snapchatting. Check out the rest of my horrible stories on my Insta Snap at O'Doctor on Instagram.
I'm going to start following you on Instagram. I don't know why I don't now. It's a mystery why I don't.
I'm going to check that. It's there. There we go.
Excellent. Up next, Owen and Georgia will play a few rounds of a game I'm calling Yo or No. But first, let's take a minute to thank Tracker, the sponsor of this episode. I am a pro at losing things. My brain is basically my phone now, and I probably just need to accept that. And Tracker helps me immensely with that. The coin-sized device locates misplaced keys, wallets, computers, even pets in seconds. The Tracker Bravo is constructed with beautiful anodized aluminum for the thinnest and most durable tracking. Pair Tracker to your iOS or Android device. Attach it to anything via the key loop or adhesive and find its precise location with the tap of a button. It is that easy. You can customize two-way separation alerts to receive notifications before you leave your item behind. If you lose your phone, you can press the button on Tracker and your phone rings even when it's on silent. With over 1.5 million devices, Tracker has the largest crowd GPS network in the world, so your lost item shows up on a map, even if it is miles away. If an item goes missing, the Tracker app records its last known location on a map. When another Tracker user comes within a 100-foot range of your lost item, you will receive a GPS update of where your item is located, and your phone can track up to 10 devices at once. Tracker is enabled by Bluetooth Low Energy, so the battery lasts up to 1 year. It's you can use a water-resistant case. I have one that I have on my dog's collar. It's perfect for that. You can even add a laser engraved message to each Tracker Bravo, like return or the pet's information on there. And new at Tracker is their custom image printing. I have one right here. Hold, please. There. This one says Tech News Today on it. And you can have one that says Tech News Today on it, or you can have one with your picture on it, or with someone else's picture. You can have George's picture on it. You can put Owen's picture on it. Tracker Atlas also works with your Tracker Bravo or your third-party Bluetooth tracker to pinpoint your items on a customizable floor plan of your home. So save time and energy by simply asking Tracker Atlas where your item is, and you'll instantly get an answer. No need to search. Go to thetracker.com and never lose your possessions again. Plus, just for our audience, if you enter promo code TNT, you'll get 30% off your entire order. That's TheTracker.com, promo code TNT for 30% off your entire Tracker order. So now is the time in the show when we get to play a game that I call Yo or No, which is named after that ridiculous but real app called Yo that would let you just text the word Yo, and that's all it did. Georgia and Owen have agreed to let me read them some headlines or products or apps, and they have to tell me whether they think these are real or not. You can feel free to play along at home or in the chat room. You can go to the chat room and help them. You can get help from the chat room, you guys.
Help from the chat room is cheating. Do not look at the chat room, Georgia.
Okay, then I won't look at the chat room. I won't look.
Okay, they
don't have it up anyways.
Okay, so if you don't have it up, then you can't have it. Do you have it up, Owen?
I may or may not.
Okay, that's why I said it's cheating.
I'm a man of the people. I have the chat room up because I love talking to the people. I'm not going to look at it.
Okay, good. All right, well, we'll start with you, Owen. Non-cheating. Is this real tech news or made up? A man suffers a heart attack and Tesla autopilot drives him to the hospital.
I say yes. Oh, yo, sorry. I say yo.
Yo.
No. Yo is yo no or yes?
Yo is yes.
Do you both say yes or do you say no, George?
I say no.
You're going to say no now? Well,
no, I said no earlier. Now that the rules are clear.
So are you both on no?
Both say yes.
I
both
say
say
yes.
no.
I say yes.
Georgia says yes.
I'm going to say yes.
No. Georgia is right. This is real. According to Slate's Will Aremus, a 37-year-old Tesla Model X owner from Springfield, Missouri, suffered a potentially fatal pulmonary embolism. He set autopilot to go to the nearest hospital, and his Tesla took him the 20 miles there. He only had to steer the car into the parking lot.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. That makes...
Good job.
Really? Oh, if you're just trying to play hangman and spell my name, of course you got the first letter. That's easy to do, Georgia.
This was true news. I mean, he felt like he was having a heart attack. He called his wife. She said, I think you should go to the hospital. So boop, boop, boop. He pressed the buttons on his Model X. And then
I want to hear from this guy's doctor because I feel like people just do anything to get in the news anymore. Next question. I can't even trust this story. That sounds so ridiculous. I'm having half a heart attack. Let me put my car on autopilot. And all I have to do is, come on. No. I refuse to accept the veracity of that story.
He did. I mean, he steered. It was right off the freeway. So does that help you believe that Will Aremus at Slate is not lying to you?
I believe it. Now I need a Tesla to save my life.
Okay. Let's do another one. This week, Comcast lawyers sent a letter to the Federal Communications Commission demanding that the company should be allowed to charge customers for the right for Comcast not to track you online. Do you need me to read that again?
Comcast can
yes.
Comcast is bad. I'll say yes to this too. I don't know, but I would say yes to almost anything horrible Comcast does.
You say yes. Yeah, not Comcast believers. This one is also true. DSL report says Comcast sent a letter to the FCC arguing that charging customers more money to opt out of what they call snoop-vertising should be considered a perfectly acceptable business practice.
And the best thing about that would be Snoop Dogg should sue them for using snoop-vertising, and he should have some kind of collateral damage on that. Hopefully he's got that trademark. That sounds like something Snoop Dogg would own.
Yeah.
Snoop-vertising.
So that doesn't seem right, charging more just to not track us. I don't like that.
It was almost like when the phone books used to charge you if you did not want to be part of it.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
It's steep. It's steep. We don't have any right to privacy. You have to know where I am. You have to be able to do that. That's ridiculous.
Well, here's the thing. They provide you a service. You don't want the service, you opt out. Captain Facebook or Click Anonymous and their horrible privacy schemes, and nobody ever reads any fine print ever.
But I do.
I read the fine print. It takes me forever.
That's why you're not snapping, because you haven't read the fine print yet. You are a unicorn, okay? We're talking about the mass amount of people that are just regular horses and ponies, okay? This isn't the class for unicorns. You're special.
I love this. I am a unicorn. You made my day. You have made my day.
It was a half compliment.
All right, so you're a unicorn hater.
What's the score now? Is it 2-1? 2 to 1?
Yeah, I have to change. I did this. Okay, wait. 1. There we go. Okay, so we have the new score.
ONE is how you spell 1.
Oh, well, now I've got to.
I told you it looks like Hangman. There's a person. Now you need to stick figure arms and feet.
All right, you guys ready? This one's about food. A new food delivery startup called Deliveroo just raised $275 million. New services include B2B remote kitchen service and the delivery of booze. Deliveroo raising $275 million.
I always answer everything first, Georgia. Why don't you take a shot at this?
I want to say yes to this, because if there isn't this already, this should be. It sounds a little bit illegal being able to deliver alcohol to people's homes, because how did you card them beforehand? But I'm going to say yo to this one as well. Go ahead, Owen. We can tie this up then. You say no. I'm wrong. You tie it up.
I want to say no, but I think that this is a yo.
You're both right. This one is also true. TechCrunch says the additional $270 million that Deliveroo raised in Series E funding values the company at around $1 billion. The food delivery startup has grown 400% and has even reached profitability in a number of its established markets, including London.
I could have been rich. I had this idea back in 2002 while we were sitting in a college dorm and everybody was too drunk to drive. And I called it ha-has. and we were trying to call around people to get them to go to Wawa or McDonald's to pick us up food because they didn't deliver, and it was a snowstorm. And we found one person that would drive out to go get us and bring us food. And I was like, man, that'd be a great service. Like, you're just drunk and you can't drive, and McDonald's doesn't deliver. Like, somebody could just deliver you McDonald's. And for like 3 weeks, we thought we were going to do it. And then, like most people do at that age, we didn't do it.
You didn't do it.
See, now you feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now it's worth two. That's what made me know it was a yes. If you didn't put a money value to it, I would have thought, whatever. But as soon as you said money, yeah, people throw money at stupid stuff all the time now. So I believed it was real.
But this is a good idea. I can see that. I'm hungry and you're going to deliver me food and I don't have to get out of the house.
But the thing that cracks me up the most is that, one, you can order food and people deliver the food anyway, right? Like, there's a lot of places that just deliver you the food. And the fact that you need somebody to deliver you booze, like, it's just too much. Mm-hmm. It's too much. We're so, like, what are we going to do? We don't make anything anymore. Machines make the stuff. All we do is service things. And who's going to make the jobs for the service when and they even got Pizza Hut cars now that warm the pizza up on the way to you. And they're flying them in on drones. Skynet is coming. We're doing it to ourselves.
Wall-E, remember Wall-E? You're in the chair and we're just kind of like, you can't move anything and we're going to be in the chair and deal with that. That is where we are headed, unfortunately so.
Yeah, that's it. And here's the thing about that. That's a fun movie where you still get to be alive and be in the chair. The drone overlord robots aren't going to have us around at all. What do they need to shuffle us around in blobs of chairs for? No reason.
That is really true. Well, I thought I was going to fool you. For the record, ha-has, if you were going to call it ha-has, that's a better name than Deliveroo, which is
Deliveroo.
Deliveroo.
Yes, is a bad name.
And do you know why it was called ha-has?
Because you would be making the money and saying ha-ha.
Yeah, pretty much. We were sitting there trying to figure it out, and somebody said yes. I was like, ha-ha. John's going to deliver our McDonald's. And so it was called ha-has.
Awesome. All right. So today, right now, maybe soon, is the Olympic opening ceremony. And ahead of this, the U.S. Olympic Committee is banning the media from using emoji to represent the games.
I would appreciate it if you stop using that word. I don't know if they're going to shut you guys down. They don't want anybody using anything. So what I'd like to call it is the athletic ring-colored event.
So are they banning the use of emoji? Yo or no?
Yo.
I know that I don't think that they're banning the use of emoji. I think that they're banning the use of their name. So I'll say no. I think it's their name, not emoji. I don't think that they can talk to the consortium and make them own them. So I'm going to say no to emoji.
You are correct, Georgia. They're banning the use of Olympic GIFs or GIFs, both GIFs and GIFs, but not emojis.
Photos, cartoons, replays. Like, I saw the list. It's everything. And
but
just
not emoji.
Didn't say it, post up an emoji. I wish McDonald's would post up an emoji right now. I bet you they get a letter to cease and desist. Just because they forgot to put it on there doesn't mean it's not real. They don't want people doing anything with these Olympics. It's embarrassing. It's a shame. It's ridiculous.
Well, apparently your emojis still belong to you when you're talking about the Olympics. And speaking of emoji, Georgia asked specifically to discuss your use of emoji, Owen. So, Georgia, I'll let you have the floor. Go.
This sounds like a setup.
Owen, you have turned to the emoji dark side. You did not like emoji, said you don't use them. And I've proof that you are now a emoji convert. What do you say for yourself, Owen?
I look directly into this camera, and I would like each and every person to know. I hate emojis. I don't like emojis. But you know what? I use emojis with people that I love, i.e. my daughter and Georgia Dow. And just the fact that she showed me out here in public and tried to berate me and belittle my emoji love for her, because she loves emojis so much, I want to make her happy. And when you love somebody, that's what you try to do, America. But if she's going to bash me here on national internet, then maybe I should be giving out my hateful emojis so freely with all this love. See, you're spoiling it for everybody. Now, nobody gets emojis again. Nobody.
Except if you're talking about the Olympics, then you can use emoji. And you use that. You regularly use the crying while laughing emoji on Twitter with everyone, Owen.
Because I only got 140 characters.
Whoa, wait a second. You said it was just for me and your daughter. And now Megan, now, you see, Owen, I'm feeling bad.
She gets
I
one
was
emoji. You get like 8 emojis. I talk to you in all emojis. All I
Fair
sent you
enough.
all.
I feel a little better
Yeah.
now. I feel a little
Okay,
better
it's
now.
different.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what's the
There.
score? 4-2, 4-2.
I think it's 2-8. Same.
4-2. Okay.
Equal.
All right. Here's a tough one. Called the Uber for dog poop, a new app called Pooper lets you mark the location of your dog's poop and then call a scooper nearby to come and pick it up for you. Is this real or not? The
For the love
Uber
of
for
Jiminy
dog
Christmas, no. Please let it be no.
I think it is. I think it's a great idea, except for like having to mark the location of the dog poop, because who's going to go out there? Like, I want you to just come to my home and just clean it up. I'm not going to start tracking
There
where
are
the
people
poop
that
is.
do that. There's people that come to your house and clean up your yard. I know
And
that.
I don't think that they're going to
But
track
this-
it. Like, if I have to go outside and track it, that's already too much work for me for dog
Hey.
poop. Because
Hey,
so
what
I
you
say
playing-
no to this
You
because
playing
of you having to
Pokemon
go
or are you
outside.
tracking poop? Oh, I'm tracking poop. I'm not even playing Pokemon. My bad.
I'd be tracking the Pokemon. If someone would come over there and
Yeah.
help me track Pokemon, I'd be all in. The dog poop tracking part, I say no, though I think that there would be definitely an app that says, come over here, please, and, do the
Yo,
poopa scoopa.
yo or no?
No.
Yes.
What do you say? You say no also?
Yeah, we said no. We said
Okay,
no.
you're right on this one.
Yes.
I fell for it too. Last week we reported it as actual news, but it's really an art project. They had a real website. We're watching it now. It's a satirizing our
Faith and humanity restored. Oh, what were you guys talking off topic? Sorry, during the show. I had my pick thing last time I was on a show, my hover thing, and when I was getting off, I heard somebody say that it wasn't real.
Oh yeah, the hover cam. That somebody said it wasn't real. That's what Padre said, that it was a way to just get people's
Emails.
But I don't know. I still believe in the hover cam or the hover drone.
I believe
That's
too.
the drone that
Cam.
follows you around?
Yeah. What do you know about
Yes.
that, Georgia? Is that real or not?
I thought it was real as well, and I have heard that it was only like a Kickstarter, and they have no models that actually work. That's the one that you can like climb a wall, throw it, and it's gonna take video of you as you're climbing a mountain or doing something else. I've heard that there's no actual models that do that. I was very sad because I was like, that's awesome.
Boo.
Yeah. Well, well, there's no pooper. There's also not Poopymon Go, which is what I would have called my search for poop instead of Pokemon. That there's not,
You'd
that
have
doesn't
done-
exist.
You have to just have your kids think that they're playing that game,
Gotta
and then they
gotta
clean up all
catch it
poop
all.
in the backyard. Got to.
Oh, this is horrible.
Okay, so there's really no end to the ridiculous Pokemon Go stories that you think are not true, but are true. But let this decide if this one is true or not. According to analytics firm NPD, sales of portable power packs have doubled since the launch of Pokemon Go.
I say, yo, we just bought one. We bought 2 power packs. So at least on my reported use, yes, because it is such a huge power drain. And just from my own family, we bought 2, 5. It will charge your phone 5 times the new Mophie, and we're like, we purchased 2 of them. So I'm sorry, Owen. Don't judge me, Owen. I see the judgment there. So I'm saying, yo.
Because I have to catch up, and because I still have faith in humanity, I'll say doubled is really high, so I'll say no.
You're wrong, Owen, unfortunately.
Of course I'm wrong.
It's true because it's such a battery hog. There were 1.2 million battery packs sold in the last 2 weeks alone. Now, I think this might be correlation, not causation. I also bought a battery pack just in the last 2 weeks, and I don't play Pokemon Go. So I think it might be like summer vacation. People are traveling. I don't know.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure it's Pokemon Go.
Okay.
Because I see people with their little power packs. They're walking around fully hooked up. It is so sad, but so true, and we might be one of them. I'm sorry, Owen. I see it.
I'm
sorry.
waiting to see how Pokemon survives through the winter, because winter is coming, and then we'll see how hardcore these Pokemon goers are in these
I
icy
bet-
streets.
We were actually just talking that we think that also the in Canada the amount of capacitive gloves are also going to double or triple.
See, now if you're in the stock game and you want to play markets, that's a quick little come up that you could grab some few ducats on if you're paying attention.
That's true.
Because that Nintendo stock hurt a lot of people.
All right, we got 2 more. So if you're thinking of turning this off because you're bored, don't, because there's only 2 more left.
Who's bored? This is exciting.
I'm not. I'm not.
I'm nipping at the heels. I'm so close.
Okay, so if you were to cheat and go right now to CNET's Roadshow website, would you or would you not get a full review of the Tesla Model S for children?
I would. Yo.
Yeah.
I've been there. I've seen it, and I went, we're actually giving one away on the Tesla Central site. So yeah, I fully get that.
Yeah, it's from Radio Flyer. It's $500. It comes with working headlights, a working sound system, even a frunk. Do you know what a frunk is?
It's a trunk in the front. I wish it was a little bit bigger so I could buy one for Leah. This is my time for this has already passed me by, so this doesn't excite me. It just infuriates me more that it's just one more Tesla that I can't buy.
Right,
so
that's true.
I either need to make a new child or something. And
I was thinking of buying 2 of them, and I could put 1 foot on each and just like stand.
Skate with it, maybe.
Right.
Again, I love Tesla, all the good stuff, whatever. I need to get on the phone with Elon and have him just give me one so I can do a road trip, so I can go coast to coast. I want to ride across the country on the power of the sun and put one of those in the frunk and let my daughter skate in it or something.
You might be watching the show. You might be getting one right now.
But you did diss him a little before when you said a Tesla couldn't drive you to the hospital if you had a heart attack.
I didn't say the Tesla couldn't do it. I don't believe that the guy did that. I'm having a heart attack. It's just too much. And it could happen, but it's just if I'm having a heart attack, how am I coasting into anything? I'm half passing out. I don't know. It just sounds so far-fetched.
Well, I didn't diss you, Elon. So if you're hooking someone up,
Elon knows that I love Elon. He's just crazy.
That's true. Everyone loves you.
One more note on that Tesla story. The driver did say it probably would have been smarter for him to pull over instead of try to go to the hospital. But I don't know.
Yeah. Again, I don't know. I'm me. I'm Captain Cynical on everything. But just I'm in the middle of a heart attack, I tell my car to drive me there. Well, I'm half dying. I'm it's just so much. But America. Next, yo or no?
Okay, next one. This might be the hardest one. New technology can detect what a donkey is thinking and translate it into English.
Are you looking over at me? I know that we can do that with some animals, and we are able to do that with humans. So I know, so I'm saying, yo, donkey translators here. I say yes. There we go, Owen. I've thrown the gauntlet.
Okay. Even if it could be done, right? So even if I said yo, and you told me, oh, and it's yo, and it's a real thing, I asked the question of who's going to dispute what the computer says that the donkey said? And how are you going to confirm it? Because the donkey can't tell you. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, Avi, you know what I'm saying? So, sure, we can read what donkeys think. Yeah.
So you both say yes. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I don't know. It's sort of true. I think we have a video from ODN, On Demand News. Let's watch a little bit of this.
Oh. That donkey did just talk.
Hold on tight.
Well, kind of. A group of Blackpool donkeys have made the long journey to the Big Smoke to entertain kids and adults alike. But far from just taking people on rides, these ones have something a little different. A special voice box that works to translate what they're thinking. Yeah, it's just like that movie Up.
I'm the owner of Real Donkeys. I've been called many things in the past. Donkey Whisperer, I've been called recently.
So what kind of things can they say?
Basically, just portrays our emotions, As you can see now, I think we're a little bit tired. I want a carrot, maybe, when they're hungry. Would you like a ride? Things like that. Hold on tight.
Hold on tight.
There you go.
See,
And
it said hold on tight.
It's great.
Talking donkeys are
All right,
crazy.
that's probably enough
I
of
like
ODM
talking
news.
You know, I no longer believe that story because that donkey would be like, get that kid off of me.
Right.
Stop riding me. I am done. Why do I have to do this stupid thing every day? If that would be the truth of what the donkeys are saying, they wouldn't be like, hold on tight. Yeah, I love to have people ride on my back all day and poke me and prod me and pull on my tail. So
See, this is what's wrong with the world, and this is why like humanity is not long for this world. Like right now, we're out here cloning sheep and animals. Like we're doing real crazy stuff. We're putting whole libraries and DNA cells, and like we're making super genetic 8-foot tall blonde hair, blue eyed babies. Like we can do all this stuff, but then they come and tell you this dumb stuff in technology. Like we can hear what dogs and donkeys are thinking, and you think clones can't be real. I mean, it's so insane. It's so insane.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you said you could never tell, but I mean, if the donkey who said like, I'm about to kick you in the face, and then it did,
I
then,
believe that.
Yeah, then you could.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's saying hold on tight, though. I think that's probably just a little bit of a ploy.
Like I said, nobody's reading any animal's mind. You know, you sit down and you think your dog loves you. You just spill peanut butter on your face and it's trying to lick it off the remnants of the essence because it can still smell the peanut butter from 4 hours ago. It doesn't mean that much. You know, basic thought patterns. Hey, let's go outside. I got to go to the bathroom. This is fun. Keep rubbing my belly. Hey, why'd you stop rubbing my belly? All kinds of genius things you can think that they know, but just stop it.
well, so that's all we have for that game. What was the score?
It was like 8-0 me.
Yeah, I think maybe you got one, Owen. You got one.
Look, if I have to keep doing these shows and making Georgia look good, I'm gonna have to stop doing shows with Georgia because it's a hard thing. You know what I mean? It's just so much I have to do.
Yeah. Well, I think we all learned a lot today about technology. So thank you for that. We've got more of the show. Now we have some feedback from Drew Kofel, a.k.a. Dumb Doggies on Twitter. He wrote in to TNT@twit.tv, and you can write in too to comment on our last Facebook discussion. He writes, I cut down on my Facebook usage at the start of this year after being a regular user for years. Then after hearing they reached 1 billion users, I felt creeped out and stopped. For the few people who noticed and asked, I told them they could find me elsewhere on the web, from Twitter to Snapchat if they really want to engage with me without the tracking that Facebook does. Ironically, when Apple declared 1 billion users and now its billionth iPhone sold, I didn't feel creeped out at all, mostly because of their wonderful encryption and the whole debacle with the FBI. So thanks for writing, Drew. We love to hear from you guys. Email us at tnt@twit.tv. You guys have anything to say about that? 1 billion users. Is it? I mean, it's not the amount of users that bothers you about Facebook, is it, Georgia?
No, it really is their privacy policy. I don't like the idea to it. Plus, I don't want to be following everyone's lives that closely. So there's very little appeal to that. If I need to, I'll like steal Renee's Facebook to track anyone down for any reason like that. But it's their privacy policy that I don't agree with, and so I just don't want to be part of it.
But there is that element of you have to sort of tell people, especially if you've been on Facebook, you have to like make a public announcement, like you won't find me there anymore. So don't invite me to things there. Don't try to, don't get mad at me when I don't like your photo or remember your birthday or all the things that Facebook has trained us to do on Facebook. So.
Yeah.
I'm just mad at Facebook in general lately. The fact that they profit off of all this freebooting and they do nothing to fix it, and then they want to yell at everybody else for whatever they have a problem with doing. And then their trending topics. I mean, the other day they had a trending topic when like there was a terrorist thing going on, and their trending topic was the Audi TI truck, whatever, that was just announced like 4 weeks ago. And I'm sitting there thinking, so half the world is worried about an Audi truck right now? Like that's really what's important? Like, and then they say we don't have people curating. It's just so much fraudulent stuff going on over at Facebook, and it's annoying.
True. Well, after the break, we have another story that is real, I promise. But first, let's take a minute to thank Trunk Club, the sponsor of this episode. Summer is here. It's time to spruce up your wardrobe with summer essentials. I'm wearing a new pair of summer jeans that I got from Trunk Club because Trunk Club is a shopping game changer for men and for women. With Trunk Club, you will never have to step foot inside a store for your clothing needs again. Plus, you get your very own personal stylist for free. All you do is you type in your measurements, you share your style, your spending preferences, anything else you want to tell the Trunk Club stylist, you tell them so that they can pick out what they think you might want. They'll contact you via phone, email, messenger to understand your unique look and learn more about what you're looking for. Then your stylist selects items for your trunk from over 80 top brands. Then they'll send a preview of the clothes that may be a good fit. So you get to look at them on your phone or your iPad or your computer and see what you like and what you don't like and what you want them to send and what you don't want them to send. You make edits before it's shipped to your door. Then you'll have 10 days to try on the clothes, keep what you like, and send back the rest. Trunk Club is not a subscription service, and shipping is always free both ways. Premium clothes, expert advice, no work, thanks to our your very own personal stylist at Trunk Club. Trunk Club is backed by Nordstrom. That means that they have the highest standards in quality and customer service. And if you live in Dallas, New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, or DC, you can stop by one of the Trunk Club clubhouses, and then you can work with your personal stylist for free there. So make a statement at the next big event on your calendar with a look that's handpicked just for you and your style. Get started today at trunkclub.com/TNT. Look and feel your best with clothes that fit you perfectly. That's trunkclub.com/TNT. And we thank Trunk Club for their support. And TNT's fan. What?
I was going to say there's someone on my Instagram feed that is doing Instagram stories of their Trunk Club clothes when they come out of the box.
Oh.
And I just saw that like earlier today. She was like, yes, yes, yes. And then she didn't like the boots, but everything else was like a yes because it all fit her or whatever. I was like, that's a neat way to do it. And since I didn't follow on Instagram, I didn't know she was doing that.
And now
so
you
yay,
do.
Trunk Club.
Yeah, it's not all the boring parts, apparently.
Apparently.
TNT's fan of the day is Sabrina on Twitter. She's at she or he is at Sir Momster, who apparently she or he watches me with my eyes closed. And maybe they watch with their eyes closed too. I don't know, but my eyes are closed in this picture, which is okay. You can show us how you watch or listen to TNT, record a video or take a picture of yourself or your setup, post it on Instagram, Google+, Twitter, Facebook. Use the hashtag HowIWatchTNT and we will find it. And finally, it appears that apps that use the third-party Pokemon Go apps that you use to help catch them all are now being blocked by Niantic and might soon be sued by the Pokemon Company. For its part, Niantic says they had to block third-party apps in order to launch in new locales. And the Pokemon Company has sent out cease and desist letters for everyone or for some who reverse engineered the API, which they said could be a violation of the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. So, Georgia, were you using any of these third-party apps to help catch them all?
I wasn't, though. The person that we saw at like sitting down on a chair, just sitting there in between two Pokestops, does use it, and they catch a ton of applications. And we were asking them about, what happens because, didn't they stop all of them? And they said that the applications just come back up under a different name. And so you kind of know on the website where to get them so that you can still catch them all. And so some of them are on apps, some of them are on the computer. And then you can figure out real time, one, where the Pokemon are and how long they're going to be spawning for. So there's a little timer so you know when they're going to be leaving. And I thought to myself, you know what? I don't have that much time. This might be very helpful to it. So not saying that I would, have not yet, but, we'll find out next week.
How about you, Owen? You've been playing a little Pokemon Go or none at all?
I played the first week when it came out, and then I asked my daughter if she wanted to play, and she said no. So then I stopped Pokemon going. But first of all, hopefully they don't sue these other companies, because what happens is when something gets this big, there's people trying to make money left and right. There's Pokemon backpacks and all these Pokemon power packs. Like, people are trying to make the money. And if you didn't have a way to stop them from doing it and it's helpful, that helpfulness also built your product up. So hopefully they shut them down with the cease and desist. But I wish that they wouldn't go after them and sue them, because those third-party apps also help their app, because the reason people were using them is because they were helpful. So maybe they should take that note and implement some of those products for themselves. But I just hope that they don't sue them.
Yeah. So the apps were PokeRadar, PokeVision or PokeVision, and PokeVision Pro. We talked to this on the screensavers to somebody that was making one of these apps, and it was really active. And there was a Pokemon developers Reddit, and they were, they were kind of like, okay, well, time is limited. We might as well do it now. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I guess.
And Pokemon stopped having the location tracking on each of the Pokemon, so you no longer have the footprints because they couldn't handle that. And so now it's really hard to have the fun part of tracking them down depending on how close the Pokemon is towards you, and you could figure that out depending on which way you're walking. So I think that the apps are also, giving people back one of the parts of finding Pokemon that was fun. So I think that it would, again, help Niantic because this makes it a little bit more of, you get to run around and you know where you have to travel to.
Yeah,
It's similar to the same thing I was saying about with the Olympics earlier. Like they try to shut down all these things that help promote the Olympics. So you don't even want partners doing gifts and video clips and things like that. Like they've paid you millions of dollars to put McDonald's on the side of the bar, and they're going to promote your product and get you more views and eyeballs, but you don't want that. That makes no sense. Again, I understand wrangling it a little bit, but if you can't provide those services, maybe work with them and license something. Like, hey, you want to use our name? Give us 50% of whatever you're doing, and you can keep it rocking. Because they are helpful and beneficial apps. So I don't know. Stuff like that annoys me. I get it, but they're useful. And if you're not doing it, somebody else is going to provide.
Well, there was a scooter that I think that Padre is reviewing that it only goes the exact speed that where you can hatch eggs. I think that's what it is. It goes like 15. I don't know. It only goes a certain speed. You plug in your phone and you can charge your phone at the same time. But it's a scooter designed for Pokemon Go because, you can ride it. You don't have to walk. But it doesn't think that you're... I guess you can go running with your phone, too, and it won't know. So, but this goes at the speed that it won't think you're driving.
It's like a dog sniffing scooter for Pokemon.
Okay, well, Owen, take out your thing so you don't hear this part. So yeah, I go on my scooter. I know you're listening, Owen. I go on my scooter. My scooter only goes 12 to 15 miles per hour, and I go searching for Pokemon on my scooter.
I accept that because you can exercise other ways by punching people.
I do, but I'm just doing this because I'm lazy and I want to get Pokemon faster and go to the different Pokestops. So I actually have a scooter. I travel around on it, and then I check out which Pokemon I got, and then, you gotta get them all.
You do. Okay, so Owen, I know you were on Daily. You can start listening again. You were on Daily Tech News Show today, so people can get that at dtns.com. Where else? You have your DocTales podcast.
Yeah, George was on it. Tom was on it. I just put up an old video with Jason Calacanis. It's like from 2010, before YouTube let you put up like longer videos, and we talk about all kinds of fun stuff, fatherhood. How he got into a fight when he was a kid with his brother in New York, and like crazy fun stuff. So go check that out. That's my new DocTales. And then I do my buddy does an IQMZ Tech. It's like a 1-minute thing you can watch every day. And I'm just so disappointed in Georgia right now. I don't even know what to do with myself. So I'm on the internet. People can find me.
Well, Georgia, where can people, you tell us about your anxiety videos, what you've been working on, or what you've been working on at iMore?
Sure. So I'll be doing a bi-weekly column for iMore, depending on scheduling, of course. I just did one talking about the Breathe application and why it works. I'll be doing one on VR and motion sickness and why that happens. I'll also be speaking at the Fireside Conference. If you're heading down to Ontario and want to have a tech conference in a beautiful location, I'll be doing that. And I'll also be the keynote speaker at Philly Love in Philadelphia, in Coco Love in Philadelphia in October. And I'll be at Yosemite as well. And then, of course, you can check me out at iMore.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for coming. Thank you for sitting through what I hope to be just the inaugural Yo or No game. We'll see.
Champions.
Right. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Georgia, you win nothing but for doing it, but thank you.
Yeah, we need to come up with some prizes. Some prizes from now on.
You would have done better if I had prizes, Owen?
Oh, I definitely would have done better. Like I said, if she would have told me she was using a scooter, I would have railroaded this game. But I was trying to, again, make Georgia look good. But now I realize that was a first. So, yay, technology.
All right. Well, thank you both for coming on. We'll see you soon. TNT records live every Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UTC at twit.tv/live. You can be part of the show by emailing us at tnt@twit.tv or leaving us a short voicemail at 260-TNT-SHOW. You can also find us on Twitter at Tech News Today TV. You can find all the ways to subscribe to our show at twit.tv/TNT. And if you want to tweet at me, I am at Megan Maroney. Thanks to our technical director, Kevin, and thanks to Mario for running the words, and thanks to everyone who helps us produce the show. And thank you to you for watching. We will see you on Monday.